repeat the same cycles. Hey, mommy. So here I go, like drop. Starting a new life. You look cute like this in the morning. No. Nope. Anyway. No, I cannot. Tony! Tony, where have you been? Hey, Legendary. How you doing, love? Legendary. You ready for tonight? Life be life and life be life and life be life and you good. I am wonderful. A lot went down. What has went down, Tony? Hey, y'all. My Facebook fam, my YouTube fam. How y'all feeling tonight? Tony, what is happening? You just went missing in action. Oh, gosh. Yes. Hey, Sky. Legendary. It came out so good. I'm super excited. I don't remember more than half the stuff we said. I didn't even look at all the clips. Hey, Mark Mad Davis. How you feeling? I didn't even look at all the clips because I like to be surprised or reminded of the episodes when I watch it live with y'all. So I be getting like the same reaction that y'all be getting. It be a whole thing. Hey, Teddy. Look at me eating chips. Look, I'm hungry. I'm over here starving myself. I'm hungry. I'm good. Okay, I'm getting myself together. We are here to recap episode 1 of season 2 of Life Be Lifin'. I finished all of season 1. Recap, so we're literally like 2 episodes behind now, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm getting off work, rushing home to be in the chats when they air. Okay, Legendary, let's go. It's gonna be a vibe. Tonight, episode number 3 of Life Be Lifin' podcast dropped. And it's with me and my first guest of the season, which is none other than Shane Legendary, who's in the chat here on TikTok with me tonight. He'll be up here in two Mondays from now. And we'll be on the live together, hopefully. His schedule will be permitting. And we can talk a little more. Tonight we're talking about selfless versus selfish. Which one are you? Y'all see us talk about it tonight though. But this episode is recapping my first episode of this season, which was the difference a year makes, okay? And this episode was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Because a lot has happened this last year since I started this journey of Life Be Lifin' podcast. I made a year beginning of November, and it's just been really a lot, okay, to say the least. Your girl been out here in these streets. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Sky. Your girl been out here in these streets trying to get her life together and still be on the struggle bus, but it's okay. First of all, I just want to tell y'all how petty my mom is. She was the first one in this chat, per usual. And she gonna say, can you look this cute in the morning when I be on live? Ma'am, no. I am not getting up early in the morning to be getting cute for that live. I'm not. And I didn't even get cute for this live. I was recording my podcast. So there's that. But she petty. See what I got to deal with? It's cool. But anyway, so I'm going to recap episode number 1, the difference a year makes. And yeah, a lot has transpired this last year. I turned 35 in December last year. You used to it. Exactly. I am used to it, but I just want the other people that think you're so innocent and wholesome to know what I have to deal with. Mama is not innocent, okay? But no. So last year, I started my podcast in November. I felt God pushing me to begin it. And I kind of started preparing for it like that summer, whatever. And I launched it in November. And it was amazing. It was very vulnerable experience for me. Definitely wasn't in my plans for my life in general, okay? But here we are. I'm turned 35 that December, and that was a big change for me. I had went through a pretty bad bout of seasonal depression at that time. For me, it was just like a dark, heavy cloud around me all that month of December up until the new year. It was like soon as the new year started, it was a difference for me. Like, oh, I can breathe. It's a fresh start. Like, 2023 about to be lit. Because 2021 and 2022 almost took me out of here, or tried to. Okay. But I didn't allow it to. So anyways, I decided to live life and not get caught up on a lot of things. I had to let go, make some final decisions on my relationship, and let go of the dream that I had preconceived in my head, as things are now not going according to plan. And I really had to buckle down and see Portia for who Portia was and who Portia is, right? And so this year, I traveled a lot. Thank God, to God be the glory, because I was put in a position to be blessed to go to quite a few places. And one of the pivotal moments of my journey was when I went to Puerto Rico in May for my little sister cousin's 30th birthday. And we literally got in the ocean and in the water like every day. And me being on my healing journey and recognizing like God in the all, like in his totality, and all the things. I was in that ocean and I literally just felt God, and I can hear him just speaking to me. And I went into that vacation very sorrowful. It's so crazy how things work out, because I went into that vacation. It was in May, and at the beginning of May, I was like very like heavy, burdened down, and I was stressed out. I was put in a position that I had to yet again make a decision what was best for me and mine. And I just felt very torn. I was miserable. And I was like, you know what? Like I always do, I persevere. I'm resilient and I push forward. And I prepared for the trip. And even though I didn't want to go because of life circumstances currently, I still pushed forward and I went. And before I even went, I was like, God, if you make it for me to go, like without all this baggage, like I will release it all to you. Just please speak to me. I'm going to be intentional about meeting you there. And that's what I did. So when I got there, I had brought my journal. I had I'm gonna do a bunch of content. I'm gonna take time to be in the space and in the moment with God and His creation and all the things, and that's what I did. And when I tell you God met me in Puerto Rico, He's with me all the time. I just want to be clear, but He met me in Puerto Rico in that ocean. And I just can feel Him talking to me just surrender. I'm steadily trying to carry everything. I'm steadily trying to push and make things, control things, hold on to things. And He just surrender. It's just that easy. Just like the ocean. If I just surrender my body, this big body of water that God has created and allowed me to be in could easily swallow us up and take, and it's nothing I could do about it because I'm in the water. I'm at its mercy. But me and my little sister cousin was in the water, and every day we'll be ooh, not too far, because we don't know how to swim. Yes, I don't know how to swim. I don't want to hear it. Listen, I'm working on it. But we will be in the water not knowing how to swim, and we will be we can't go too far because the current or, the water try to take us down. We're not going to allow that, right? But I just heard God tell me to surrender. And even though I could have took it metaphorically as far as it was meant for the metaphor and also in actuality, it would be easy. Hey, Raleigh, how you doing, love? Thank you for joining. It would be easy if I just surrendered, stop tensing up my muscles, stop trying to control something that's out of my control. Just let go, release. In the water, I would be fine. I would naturally float. If I didn't panic, if I didn't try to, move too much or do too much, I would naturally float. And I will be fine. The water will be in control. And I will be floating about or whatever. Now, outside of what's in the ocean, okay? We're not thinking about that. We're thinking about the Lord. And allowing Him complete control to carry you through whatever the situation, whatever the storm, whatever is going on. And I was this is so easy. I can phantom this with my mind, but also the fear that was already instilled in me, I couldn't let that go, right? But yeah, God was just telling me to surrender. Just let it go. Release it to me. Give it to me. And I was okay, I will. It's just that easy. All my burdens, all of my pains, all of my worries, all of my concerns, all of my fears, release it and hand it to Him. And Lord knows that's much easier said than done, right? Because, baby, I told you I'd still be on the struggle bus. It's only been a year. God knows my heart. He knows what I desire to be. But it's going to be a work in progress. It's not an overnight thing. It's not like a flip of a switch. I'm just going to all of a sudden be doing all of these things. It's a lot of reconditioning. It's a lot of healing that needs to take place. It's a lot. It's a lot. So anyway, some of the questions I asked myself. Hey, Portia girl, how you doing, love? Some of the questions I asked myself in this episode was, who has been my cornerstone through this season? And I named all my people, my support system, my loves, my family, my dear friends, my confidants, all of those people who are still actively in my life. I am grateful. I love you guys for standing in the gap. Okay. Even to the point, it was so funny. So this morning I was on live. I'm live typically Monday through Friday on my other podcast, The After Party, with my girlfriend Tim. And this morning we were talking about something relationship based, and I got emotional when I thought back, and I shared a moment with the young man that was asking questions or asked our advice or whatever, and I shared something from that I learned from my marriage. And this guy was in the box, and he was I heard your voice crack when you talked about that, and I if nobody ever told you, I don't know, but I'm here to tell you that it wasn't your fault, and we see you. And you know, he went on to say other things, and when I tell y'all, I was staring at the phone like this with a smile on my face, like, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. But I wanted to bawl, like literally wanted to bawl out crying because it's so much pain and hurt. And like this last week, God has been forcing me to face the pain and the hurt and all of the things, right? So, I mean, listen, the difference a year makes, child. I am still a work in progress. I am still figuring out how I want to show up. I am still healing. Okay, this is not an overnight thing. So it was very difficult to have that moment in front of a room full of people, in front of the world, essentially being vulnerable and raw, because that was a very raw and open emotion. But going back to who was been my cornerstone through this season, my mom was in the chat, my friends were in the chat, and they was like, she good, she gonna be good. Like, people been holding me down because they know my heart, they see my heart, and they know my struggles, and I'm not being judged for it. I'm not being pushed to the side for it or put in a corner or in a box about it. It's like, we gonna go through this with you, sis. We got you. We got you, baby. Like, let's go. So I'm super grateful and appreciative for that, for sure. And even in moments when I want to break, I'm allowed space to break. And I'm grateful for that too. You know, so tis is my life right now. And I don't know how long God is going to have me in this season of figuring out. I think that's forever, like being a forever student for real. But I'm willing to go through the motions. I'm willing to keep feeling and healing, okay? Feeling and healing. So that's where we are. Another question I asked myself during this episode was, what new things have I learned about Portia? And I think I said about me being courageous and different things like that. And I am courageous. And even though I still could have moments of me punking out or not showing up the way that I probably want to, turtleneck fire. Thank you so much, Chop. How you doing, love? The new things that I have learned about me is that I have to acknowledge like my strengths. Like, I am resilient. I am strong. And that word alone is real traumatic for me because people always want to be like, you're strong. You're so strong. Oh my gosh. Like, it's such a badge of honor. Like, I don't want to be strong all the time. Like, I don't want to, but I am going to give myself grace and acknowledge that I am strong. I am strong, and I'm strengthened in the areas that I need to be. And even if I don't want to display my strength all the time, I know that God is providing me with what I need, you know? So I've learned that Portia is worthy. Baby. And that's the whole thing of a song. Like, I am worthy. Now it's me reconditioning my mind to believe that I am worthy. But I know that I'm worthy. It's one thing to have knowledge. It's another thing to apply the knowledge. Okay? And I'm still working on applying the knowledge. But I know that I am worthy. And yeah, that is a whole struggle in itself. I am still figuring out my self-worth. and how not to allow certain circumstances and people and situations to alter who I am. Because I am worthy. Period. End of the sentence. Okay? So, that's another thing, something else I've learned about me recently, or in general. And I deserve to be loved. And when I say loved, it's not just romantic love. Like, that's one way I can be displayed love. But I deserve for people to love on me just the same as I love on them. Hey, Tim. Thank you for joining, boo. So I learned that I deserve to be loved. And all the people that have been loving up on me, I deserve that because that's who I am. And I'm just grateful that God has placed people in my life that want to love me the same way I want to love them. So, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And also me learning how to love me, which is still a work in progress. Like I said to y'all before, I do my Speak Life affirmations. Yeah, I do them to share with everybody. But also, it's for me. Shane McDaniel, how you doing? Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you, love. I do it for me. Because I'm really trying to imprint that on my heart and print that in my mind. Like, I'm really trying to believe that. Like, believe all of the things that I am saying. Because I haven't for so long. So it's like I'm constantly working on me and how to love me. So, and I fail sometimes still. I go back to my default settings of not loving me. I neglect myself. I was just saying, like, I'm just eating these grapes and chips because I hadn't ate since breakfast. It's 6 o'clock. Like, what are you doing? But that's a part of me not loving on me. And it's not purposeful. But on some level, I don't think that I deserve to be taken care of the way that I'm supposed to take care of myself. And it's deeper. It's a deeper thing going on there that I have to acknowledge and work through. You know what I'm saying? So, I was just telling my friends earlier today, like, I packed this big lunch because I'm doing something right now to strengthen my relationship with God. And I was just like, I don't want to be tempted to do something outside of that. So I'm going to bring my food and have my snacks and all the things. I'm going to be prepared for the night because I'm going to be gone from home for a while. And I did that and still sat here and neglected myself. Like, who does that? But I'm learning to love me. And that means sometimes some things need to be pushed to the side in order for Portia to take care of Portia. So, tis is what tis is. Another thing that I have learned, another question I asked myself was, when do I feel this gets to be the most difficult? The most difficult part about this healing journey. Okay, Binky's Eatery, thank you so much for joining. We appreciate you. The most difficult part about this healing journey that I have experienced thus far is feeling these damn feelings because I'm tired. Okay? Your girl is tired. Lord knows I am tired. He be like, girl, I know. I hear your heart. I see you. But you still got to feel them because within the feeling comes the healing. But it's hard. It's exhausting. It is. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I be over here like, I'm not doing it. But also, here I am doing it. So, I have to give myself credit in that space. Like, at least I'm not shying away from it. Because last year, I was more so. I was more so being avoided last year. And I still am now, but it's baby steps. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm baby stepping this thing. I'm trying my best. I could try a little harder, but it is a struggle. That's the most difficult part about this, is really feeling those feelings, because I'm so used to suppressing and not acknowledging, again, me, pushing Portia to the side, and I'm putting her on the back burner for any and everything else. So it can be a struggle at times. So that has been the most difficult part. But every time I do allow myself to feel, I do heal. I do a little something different than I ever done before, you know? So there's that. It's proof in the pudding, you know? It's really interesting. It's really interesting. Nobody wants to, we talked about that on a live recently. Nobody wants to feel the feelings and do all the things. And, you know, if they could take their emotions away, they would. I wouldn't choose to take my emotions away. Even though they're hard at times, I still would want to experience them. Because not all moments are full of pain and hurt and turmoil. Some moments are full of joy and excitement and all the good things too. Just laughter and the feel goods. Like, it's just a lot of things that you can experience, and I'm willing to experience them all. Like, with pain and sorrow comes joy for tomorrow. Okay, so there's that, you know. Without the pain and the sorrow, I don't know. I spoke towards this movie before, Inside Out. It's a kid's movie, but it's really, really good. It's really good. But without sadness, you wouldn't appreciate happiness. You know what I'm saying? So it's necessary. It's necessary feelings that we have to feel. So another question I asked myself was, where would I be if I hadn't embarked up on this journey? Ciao. I would still be over there broken, lost, and confused, and thinking that how I was living my life was normal. And it's not. So that's the best way I could say. Again, the boxes are open. I'm just recapping my first episode of this season, which was The Difference a Year Makes. A little over a year ago, I started this healing journey of through my podcast, another avenue of my healing journey. And I'm just on here recapping that episode. If you would like to jump in the box and answer some of these questions for yourself, I would love to have a conversation with you. Okay. So yeah, where would I be? I would not be as dependent upon God either had I not started this journey, for sure. Like, I was already like getting closer to him, but this has really forced me to like go there and like really have some real, raw, authentic moments with God and really learn how he is, right? I think we're taught that God is like this fearsome, you know, I don't know, like, you know, type of God, but God has a sense of humor. He made us in his likeness and his image. There's no way that I'm this silly and goofy and fun-loving and my God is not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's levels to it. But anywho, if I hadn't embarked up on this journey, I would not have discovered more about him and his purpose for me and who he is to me. Okay? So, hey Jen, how you doing, love? Yeah, I wouldn't have, I definitely wouldn't have known that, because I would have still been basing my knowledge of him off of what I had been taught in church or from my family or whatever. It wouldn't have been my own personal feelings or experiences that I would have had to lean and depend on necessarily. I am wonderful, Jen. Thank you so much for joining. I'm just talking about my episode from season 2 of Life Be Life and Podcast. Episode number 3 is dropping in 29 minutes on YouTube. We'll be going from here over there to live chat and watch the premiere of episode number 3, which my friend from TikTok here, Legendary, will be my first special guest. So I'm super excited. We'll be talking about selfless or selfish. Okay, which one are you? So yeah, it's gonna be a really good conversation over there with him in a little less than 30 minutes. So if you guys haven't already, please go to my YouTube page, which is in my link on here on TikTok, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm like a few people away from 200. I'm grateful. So yeah. But yeah, so that's something if I hadn't embarked up on this journey, I wouldn't have my relationship that I have with God. And listen, let me say something else about that. Okay? Because it's people. I'm trying not to be shady. Lord Jesus, help. Okay, for real. It's people out here that judge me because I don't belong to a said church as a member going into the building every Sunday and blah, 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 blah. And they would say that I don't have a relationship with God, right? But because it don't look like what they're used to. But what I say to those people is, you don't know my story and all the things that I've been through. I know that's the song, and I wasn't even trying to sing the song, but also you really don't know my story and all the things that I've been through. And you don't know my personal relationship with God, just like I don't know yours. And just because you go into the building, okay, does not mean that you know him. You may know of him, but you may not know him. So I just, keep your judgments. Keep your things to yourself. Because me and God are real tight. Real tight. I talk to him every day, all day. He's in all that I do. I follow his lead and his guide through his Holy Spirit that's within me. Okay? So you can have your judgments or your preconceived notions about me and my relationship with him, and might be a little closer than you. I don't know. But to each his own. To each his own. Just give people grace and meet people where they are. I would rather continue to build on my relationship with him personally before I include it or include myself into a group of people and I'm still holding on to resentment or different things that are not of God. Okay? I attend church. It's just virtually. I listen to the word every Sunday and Monday, Tuesday, whatever day I want to listen to the word of God. And that's the great thing about where we are at in today's society. Everything is at the tip of your fingertips. You don't have to wait until Sunday to be refilled. If you need a refilling on Tuesday or Wednesday, you can always... Sky, get mama. What? Why would she say... Okay, anyway. Yes, Mom, you're right. Lord Jesus. Girl. My mama is out of control. But you just don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with her. Anyway. Yes, mama. F 'em. But no, for real, like, you just don't know where people are. And my babies know who the Lord is because I know who the Lord is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ingrained in me. Like, it is what it is. And my babies are much more spiritual than I was at my age. They know who God is. They say their own prayers. They're very in tune with the Spirit. And I'm just grateful for that, because the best example that they could get is seeing me live my life. And everything ain't cookies, cream, and everything ain't sunshine and rainbows all the time, but that's also a part of life, right? And I think it's important that we show our children that, instead of this fake and phony facade when we go into this building, but then you be cussing them out in the parking lot of the church. Like, what are we talking about? Like, anyway, but to each his own. But I know they know the Lord because I know the Lord. So there's that. Anyway, I'm gonna move right along. So why haven't I given up? I, again, have not given up because God has made it abundantly clear that he has his hand on me. And he has a greater purpose in my life than what I could even fathom. And despite all of the tear down moments and all of the you're not going to be this or that or whatever's in my life, I know that God has a great purpose in my life. And part of it was those beautiful girls that I have, and for them to have a strong mother and a loving mother, and to show them the way, thus said the Lord. So, I didn't give up. I haven't given up because I can't. It's not even in me. God didn't even create me that way. You know what I'm saying? And no matter how hard it gets, I don't want to give up. And it gets hard. It gets heavy. It's a lot. It's a lot to carry. That is not an option. Exactly. It's not an option. Hey, DP, how you doing, love? I am wonderful. It's not an option to give up, and I refuse to give up, because what's giving up gonna give? My friend Blossom keeps saying every time, like, if we give up, we're leaving our children open to the demonic forces to come and take them and take control. And the funny thing about that is, I totally agree. And you know, we talk about generational curses and things like that all the time, but it's generational because nobody ever stopped it. Nobody took out the time to heal it, to come against it, to prevent it from going to the next generation. It just keeps getting passed down. So if you were to give up, and he got you out of here, if he got your mind and made you think that you're not worth living anymore, if he got your mind and took you out the way, that's another generation he didn't push to the side. Okay, good. Got her out the way. Now I'm going to work on this next one. You see what I'm saying? Like, that was just so, oh, thank you so much, Legendary. That's so cute. That was just so telling. I was like, man, that's so true. I can't give up because of them. I can't give up because of me. I am sitting here on assignment. I have to do this work. I have to do this healing. I have to break these curses, because I don't want my babies to have to endure or carry the burden of my ancestors as I have. It is hard. It is rough. And I'm not saying that they're not going to have no issues or no nothing. They're going to experience things. That's life. But I can make the load a little lighter if I just do the work. If I just do my part, you know? So yeah, that's why I ain't giving up. I ain't giving up for what? God didn't make me like that. He didn't build me like that. So here we are, fighting our way through, pushing through, making it do what it do. Okay? One of the last questions I asked myself, how do I foresee this season or the next chapter going? So this season is going to be amazing because it's already amazing. But no, this season, and like I think I said on this episode, hey, Face the Truth, thank you for joining, love. How are you? Face the Truth, I was told to give you a message, quick aside. Blossom told me to tell you that she is on a fast right now, and that's why she hasn't been around on social media. So she just wanted me to let you know next time I saw you. She'll be back soon. But yeah, thank you so much for the gifts. Appreciate you, love. He built me for tough. Period, Keisha. How you doing, love? Yes. So this season, I told y'all before that how I come up with my podcast episode topics. Oh, thank you, Keisha. That was cute. I write down topics that God gives me or whatever I'm experiencing, whatever I feel like I want to talk about, I write them down and then I outline them from there, right? FYI, 4 is our family name. Really? I love that. That's super cute. And so, but God can always rearrange some stuff. Even when I write down, I'll be like, oh, I want to talk about this. And then something come up, like my second episode was me talking about anger. I didn't never think that I was an angry person. Like I never categorized myself as an angry person, but that particular moment in my life, and my therapist was like, you're angry. You need to address this. Like, you need to write about this, journal about it, figure it out. And I was like, I'm not angry. I don't know what you're talking about, girl. Sure enough, when I wrote about it, I was angry as hell. Deep-rooted anger. Okay? And I was like, oh, okay. So I just don't know until I know. And like, another thing just came up for me, me talking about some things I plan for and some things I don't. And my next episode, not tonight, but the following one, is talking about people taking your kindness for weakness. And that was another thing, like, that's been a running theme of my life. Like, people really be trying me because I guess they view me as weak. Or they take my kindness for a weakness because I'm so kind and nice and whatever. But I'm far from weak, baby. Okay? So I had to talk about that thing because I'm like, why do I keep feeling like people keep doing this to me? Like, what's going on? But I'm not weak. And no matter how much people would try to make you feel that way by manipulating or misusing you or abusing you or whatever, you're not weak. You don't have to take on something that is not meant for you, right? So yeah, anyway, I just acknowledged all of those things. So as they come to me, whatever I'm experiencing currently, I kind of, my podcast is essentially my virtual diary. Okay. Let me see. I'm sorry. I missed what she said. Thank you for the message. When you get a chance, tell her I love her face and enjoy her break. Oh, I will. But I hope you're having an amazing night on purpose with powerful intent. Yes, Face the Truth. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, so I'm just like, I'm really excited for this season because it's just unveiling even more parts of me. And I really be on here like venting to y'all and like really opening up. And while I'm in my process of healing and figuring out this stuff, I hope and I pray always before I do my podcast that it pricks somebody's heart and it opens up something for you. Because it's not about Portia. It's not about what Portia is saying. Yes, I'm processing stuff in front of y'all, but also like it could help somebody else out there that may be experiencing the same thing. So that's really what it's about. And it's really about God. Okay. So what's next? What's the next chapter or whatever? I don't know. I'm going into year 36 for me next month. I'm literally almost a month out from my birthday. I'm a little anxious about that. I ain't gonna hold you. And I'm just like, okay, Portia, we making moves. We doing the things. And I'm still building, still focusing, trying my best to manage my time, manage my finances, just do better. But I'm excited. Like, I may not be where I want to be, but I'm excited to get to where I'm going. So I'm just really like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed about the experience. Even in my down moments, I have to recognize that greater is coming. Greater is here. Because I could be in so many other places. I could be in so many other positions. Yet God continuously makes a way out of no way and allows me to keep showing up and being here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep showing up and being here until he say otherwise. So I'm just excited. I'm excited and I'm grateful. So yeah. Again, episode number 3 will be premiering at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube. So if you're not following me over there, please go to the link in my bio and click it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm a few away from 200 subscribers. Please, please, please. And thank you for your support and your love. Episode number 3, this will be my first guest, which is with none other than my friend from TikTok, Legendary. He will be on there talking with me about selfless or selfish. Which one are you? What's going on? What's happening? It's a really great conversation we had. He was dropping some good gems in that episode, and I'm super excited. So promptly after this live, we'll be going over there to YouTube to live chat and watch that episode together. So yes, please join me. And as always, I am here every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, recapping a previously recorded episode. Last week I finished all of season 1. Now we're on recapping season 2. So I appreciate you guys for showing up and being in this chat with me. Again, my boxes are open. So if you want to come and talk about the difference a year makes for you or what that looks like for you, you are more than welcome to. Again, I just made a year in my podcasting journey earlier this month, and it has been a doozy, to say the least. And it's still overwhelming. It's such an overwhelming feeling. Like, to put all your business out there and have moments in front of the world, it's just like, what? What are we talking about? I don't know. But I'm willing. I'm willing to do it because this is what my God has told me to do. So I know it may be helping somebody out there because it's helping me. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much that. This year has been amazing. Me and my babies have been going through a lot. And a lot of transitions and a lot of moments of uncertainty, but also a lot of moments of clarity. Me and my mom went into a living venture together, and that has been pretty decent and amazing. And even though we're still finding our footing within it, it's like, it is a blessing. It really is. We're helping each other in more ways than one. And I'm just really grateful. I was just telling somebody earlier, and I told my therapist this last week, like, my life, the last 8 years have seemed like a blur. Like it was a fairy tale, like it was a dream. And now I'm back in my reality these last 2 years. And it's just like, did that happen? But I have the proof of it happening because I have my children, okay? But still, it's just such a weird experience. And man, the Portia I am today, the Portia I was prior to this journey or embarking on this journey, I didn't think she was going to be able to make it through this at all. Like, you couldn't have told me that this would be my current life, and I wouldn't have believed you, and I would have been like, there's no way. There's no way. But here I am, standing tall, and not looking like what I go through, okay? Because it is a lot. It can be a lot. It is a struggle. It is challenging at times, but God can do exceedingly and abundantly above all I can ask and think. And I keep repeating that scripture because God just keeps, like, He's keeping that at the forefront of my mind this week and last week, because I allow my feelings to get me so down sometimes that He can do exceedingly and abundantly above all that I can ask or think. So even when I think that I'm sad and I think that I'm not gonna be able to make it or do this or do that, He said in His word that He can do exceedingly and abundantly above all that I can ask or think. So I can have those thoughts, I can have those feelings, and those emotions can be surfaced. They can surface, but I don't have to stay in that place, because I can lean and depend on Him and keep my focus there. And I'm really working on that, because again, that's easier said than done. That's not a second nature task. It's in our nature to get caught up in the feelings and in the emotions and the moments of things, instead of really truly hyper focusing on the promises. So yeah, this is very interesting. Very interesting to say the least. But yeah, I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world, to be honest. Because where would I be if not for the grace? Okay. So yeah, I'm going to end this episode, or this live, not this episode, Lord Jesus, this live, before we get on over there to YouTube at 7 with my Speak Life affirmation. Does anybody have any questions or anything like that? Like, I only got a few minutes, but yeah. Nobody came in the box today. I thank you all for your gifts, your time, your efforts, liking up the screen. Thank you for getting me to 5.5. Appreciate you. I'm just in a state of gratitude, and I'm glad I thought about that ocean story and God telling me to surrender, because I really need to focus on that and surrendering to His will and His way and His purpose for my life, and stop trying to control stuff, because I can't. I don't have the equipment to do so. I don't have the resources. He is my resource, so I need to lean in on that and take advantage of that, you know? So yeah, a difference a year makes. The difference is I'm still smiling, and I got a little more joy behind this smile now. Even though it's not great all the time, I'm still here. So there's that. So as I end all the segments, all the episodes, I do with my Speak Life affirmation. And the Speak Life affirmation for this episode was, every day is a new chance for me. A chance to have happy moments and moments of joy. Again, today's Speak Life affirmation is: every day is a new chance for me. A chance to have happy moments and moments of joy. You heard it, you say it, you write it down. And remind yourself to speak that thing and make it happen, because life be life in us all. Thank y'all so much again for joining. Come on over to YouTube at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Join me to live chat and watch the premiere of episode number 3 with none other than my friend Shane Legendary McConnell. We have a great conversation talking about selfless versus selfish. Okay? Which one are you? What are you showing up as? What's going on? Again, this was episode number 1 of Life Be Life podcast, where I talk about the difference a year makes. Go on over there. It was a lot of good nuggets and gems dropped throughout that episode. And as always, I'm grateful to be used by God. And so, yeah, thank y'all so much again for joining. And be on the lookout. I have a challenge coming very soon with the Life Be Life and theme song. I'm super excited about it. And I'm just excited about everything that's going on right now. We're at the end of 2023. Lord Jesus, I was going to say 2022. We're at the end of 2023. And yeah, it's going to be a good one. So thank y'all again. I love y'all. I'm going to get off of here so I can get ready for this episode. Meet me over on YouTube. Please go subscribe to the channel, to the page if you haven't already. I appreciate you. I will see y'all there. Thank you. Life be life in us all.